Session 4 of What Do You Think? In the story of Adam and Eve, we hear of their disobedience and how that led to death. Not immediate death, but to a body that would go decay and die. And this, of course, became the fate of all humanity. But in Genesis 3:15, God says of the serpent, which is Satan, "I'll put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." Now, in the physical, we know that there's enmity between people and snakes, but there's a spiritual message here. There will be a spiritual battle between human beings and Satan. But there is a time when though Satan may bruise the heel, he will be crushed. And this, of course, refers to Jesus. Satan caused him to suffer, but in that suffering, Satan was completely defeated on the cross. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 57, Paul says, "But thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ." The word used for victory is a word used for when you've actually won a battle. It's a conquered. Jesus has won the battle over Satan. And his words on the cross were, "It is finished." And that wasn't saying, "My life is over." What he was saying is, the work is done. It's finished. He has defeated all the forces of evil. And that's the victory that he gives us. Louis Giglio gives what I think is a very good picture of how this works. And he used the picture of the D-Day landings. Their forces stormed the beaches in Normandy at very, very high cost. But they were able to take the beaches and in doing so established that beachhead from which other troops could then follow with all the ammunition and everything that they needed and do the task of liberating France. And this is what it's like for us. Jesus has won the victory. It's like he's won the beachhead and given us the grounds from which we can come along and start the clean-up process. The battlefield we are fighting in is our mind. We know that Jesus has defeated Satan, but he still does his very best. As he is retreating, he's doing his very best to make as much trouble as he can for us. And his greatest weapon is sowing doubt. Doubt about the goodness of God, the trustworthiness of God. Can God really love us? Even the credibility of God. And he does it very subtly, so subtly that it's very easy for us to miss it. We have to be very alert to what's going on in our minds. It does matter what we're thinking, because what we are thinking affects our hearts, and what affects our hearts comes out in our actions. Luke 6:45, "Good people bring good things out of the good stored up in their heart, and evil people bring evil out of the evil stored up in their heart. For out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks." And then 1 Samuel 16:7, "Samuel was sent to anoint the new king, and God said to him, 'The Lord does not look at the things that human beings look at. People look at the outward appearance. The Lord looks at the heart.'" We need to be on guard over our thinking.